welcome guys. So the stream should be starting in a couple of seconds. Let me just get the confirmation that the stream has started. Yeah, the stream has started. So welcome guys, welcome to the people who are going to be watching the stream afterwards. Today what we'll be building is that we'll be doing the subscription thing that we did in the previous streams. So we'll be completing basically the subscription base. We'll learn how to cancel the subscriptions. We'll learn how to basically verify that a person has subscribed or not, and we'll learn like just different things about subscription. We'll also look into documentation a little bit, and what else? So we'll do a couple of things. We can, if we finish all the subscription stuff, then we can also go and do the email thing. So for example, if we want to send an email on sign up, we can do all that stuff. So yeah, we have to do these things, which are going to be really fun today. Yeah, so let's see. Dhirendra Lower, hello, welcome man. Quarter 45 first. No, you're not first man, sorry. Dhirendra Lower is the first one. But good effort. Second. Dhruv here, welcome. Oh, actually it's my college ID. Oh, you're first. Oh, nice. Going first on 2 accounts. It's an achievement. Uma, Ava, hi bro, I hope you had a great weekend. I'm assuming you want to say. Yeah man, thank you. I had an amazing weekend actually. Congrats on 3k. I mean, I'm assuming you mean to say 30k subscribers. Thank you. Yeah guys, we finally reached 30,000 subscribers. Really excited about that, really happy about that. Aryan, namaskar, welcome man. Aryan, namaskar. Wait, I'll join from Dhruv. No worries man, you can be from like wherever you want. It doesn't really matter. So guys, because this sound thing is going on in the background, I just want to tell everyone that I have created the Discord. So if you want the Discord where like we have created the community and everything, you can check out the link over here in the community post of the channel Build with Python. You can just click on this link and this will open up, and you can see and ask me any questions, ask other people questions. Like, people are really helpful and helping other people out. So it's kind of like a neat community, and you can just like ask questions on different topics, and yeah, whatever you want. If you want to give some kind of an advice like on how to make this Discord better, make it look more beautiful, feel free to like give me advice on it, because I'm just like a very noob kind of a person on Discord. I've never actually used it before, but I feel like a lot of people like it, so that's why I've created it. So yeah, I'm just gonna close it now. Yeah, so that we don't have the pop sounds again and again. Dhruv, welcome from the original account. I think you should make your Discord server more beautiful and useful. Yeah, I'll probably do it, but I don't think we have enough people in the Discord that it needs to be like I need to invest more time in it. But still, I think it's looking decent. It's like doing its function, but maybe in the future we can. May I know your age? I'm 25. Android dev, please continue KiwiMD series 2. Man, I think I'm done with KiwiMD, man. Like, I put in so much time with KiwiMD. It's like I'm also bored of it now. I want to try out different things, learn different things. The purpose of this YouTube channel is to just like for me to keep learning new things, right? Like once I've learned enough in KiwiMD, and I spent 2 months on KiwiMD, so I feel like I've already taught enough like of KiwiMD. Like, if people want to know more about Kiwi in general, like there's not a lot of stuff that, like, I already showed them the ropes. Now they can just go on their own, and because like if I just start teaching Kiwi, it will still take me like a year or two to complete everything that is there, right? Because there are like very little small things when you're creating a mobile app that go into like the thinking part, the logic part. I can't discuss every kind of different app, what like services it uses, like all that stuff, right? ML and data science. Yeah man, I think I'll create something on machine learning and data science. The only reason that I haven't done it because there are already a lot of courses on it, but it seems like people like actually want to learn it from me. So, and it's gonna take a lot of time creating something on machine learning and data science, but I'll get to it. Good of 45. You're great bro, in small age you're doing great things. No man, I'm 25, I'm pretty old man. Like, look at the people in the chat, man. They are like 12, 14, 16, 17. I don't know. Like, this is just like my like side thing I like to do for fun, but I'm hoping to make a career out of it, but let's see. But thank you for the compliment, Uma. I really appreciate it. So yeah guys, we'll wait for a couple of seconds and we'll start doing it. So I'll just go like kind of repeat of what we are gonna do it today. So inside the code, we actually, let me just so yeah, inside the code we have done the payments thing. So if we come to pricing.html, it should show us that we so when the payment gets approved, it goes to a URL over here, activate plus data subscription, whatever the URL is, and then basically it opens up that window. It opens up a new window, activate window, and it also alerts us. We can remove this now, we don't need an alert. And then inside our this activate page, so this activate page goes to urls.py file. Basically it checks this activate page and it checks which view it belongs to. So it belongs to this activate view, and sends the subscription ID, which is basically the main thing inside our method of activate inside our views.py file, where we basically subscribe the user over here, and then we render the activate.html page, which I don't think we need to do. We can actually render the course.html, courses.html. So actually I'm going to render that, and over there we can just show that you have been subscribed and all that stuff, right? So I'm actually just going to change this to courses.html. Yeah, and we are going to send some kind of data to courses.html so that we can show that we have been subscribed or not. But before we actually, so this is basically the thing, this is basically the method that I'm using to subscribe a person, and just to kind of give you like a revised kind of a thing. So this subscribe is inside my utilities.py file. So I've created this utilities.py file over here, and over here I'm basically deleting the student, or if he's enrolled, I'm enrolling the student. If he unsubscribes, then I'm just deleting the student over here. I mean, I'm not deleting him from the database, I'm just deleting him from the student database, that he's not a student anymore, right? So that's the idea. Well, I've created this kind of website using Flask. Would you mind if I share your videos on it as a link? Yeah, sure, Nagabhushan, go for it. Bro, please create a socket channel in the help category. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. Well, like, what kind of help category? What do you mean by help category? Like, what kind of help? Because the discussions is also already there, right? If will you play chess today? Man, what's up with you and the chess addiction? Maybe I can, if you want to. Aditya Jana watched 10-minute video ad before video. What? But thank you so much for watching the ad, man. Like, it actually helps me out. But like, you could have just skipped it, bro. Hello sir, how are you? I'm TS Gamer. Welcome. What kind of games do you play? I'm just curious, TS Gamer. Aditya won't let me skip the ad. What? No, there are no ads on this channel that are non-skippable. That's not true. I'll have to check the settings, like, because I haven't done anything. Like, usually by default it's like I only add the skippable ads that can be skipped. Discord help category. All right, Discord help category. Like, what kind of help in Discord even? Like, what kind of help are you talking about? Creation Dual, welcome back to the live stream. Yeah, in Discord, what kind of help? I mean, that's why I've created these like subcategories on Discord, like for every course, so that people can ask like help in those courses. So what I'll do is, we have already done in like 8 minutes, so we'll get started, right? So I'm gonna just add over here activate, and I'm just gonna add like comment what it does. This subscribes / unsubscribes the user, right? And before we need to do that, before we actually do that, we need to check something behind the scenes, right? So first thing we are going to do is, we are going to get some information about this subscription, that using the subscription ID, we are going to get some subscription details as to like what's the current like scene. Yeah, so for that, let me just open up in behind the scenes my PayPal. So let me see if I'm logged in or not. Go to developer.paypal.com. I think I can show this to you guys. Let me just check. This shouldn't be a problem. Let's see, login into dashboard. Hopefully I don't need to log in, but all right, looks like I have to log in. So let me just log in quickly. Log in. And then, yeah, this is my developer account. So currently we are using the like sandbox one. After I have done everything, then behind the scenes off stream, I'll like just change everything from sandbox to live, and I'll tell you guys what changes I have made. But it's very easy. Like, most of the URLs have sandbox dot something. We are just going to remove the sandbox dot, and it should work. So yeah, we are gonna first look at the documentation, right? Where is the documentation which I want? So let me actually PayPal subscriptions integration, maybe over here, right? So basically I want to get the details of the subscription. So the last when we were doing the payments thing last time, we completed this basic integration documentation, right? We created the smart button and everything, and we did all that stuff. So now we need to do full integration, if I am correct. Enhance your features integration, product management. We have already created the product. Plan management, we don't, because there is only one plan, $10 per month. We don't need to worry about plan management. Subscription management, so details. All right, so this is the one that we want. Update a description, suspend an active description, cancel. So this is the one that we'll also want. Cancel active subscription when the user unsubscribes. Activate a subscription, capture payment for the so we'll also probably need this one. Capture payment for the outstanding subscription balance. So basically sometimes what happens is when the payment is done, then like payment is not always done. Sometimes it remains in pending, like it's still pending. So we can't activate it at that time, right? When the pending gets removed, only then we can actually do it. So list transactions for a subscription, upgrade or downgrade a subscription. We also don't need this one because it's just $10 per month for right now, maybe in the future. So show subscription details. This is the one that you want. So we have to basically send a request and we have to enter our subscription ID over here, and it has two headers. We have authorization and this access token. Did we like miss where we are supposed to get the access token? Let me actually have a look in the basic subscription one. So basically we have to like request this, and it will give us this kind of a JSON where we can like check all that stuff, whether the status is active or not and all that stuff. And maybe you can also check the outstanding balance from here. But then what is over here? Capture amount of subscription. Set up your development environment, because in development only usually they give the access tokens, right? Get API credentials, we already have that. Yeah, this is the one that we want. Exchange your API credentials for an access token. Perfect. Yeah, capture amount on subscription. This sample will capture any outstanding amount. You can capture outstanding balance, value, currency USD. I mean, I think this is just like an extra request. I think we can just make a request for this one. Oh sorry, not this one. Let's close this one. For this one, and it already gives us outstanding balance, right? So we don't need to make an extra request over there. Let me just see what's up with the chat, because I just was going in. You should add some bots and roles in the Discord. I mean, if like messages start going out of hand, then I'll probably add it. Coder 45 in the Discord. Rohit Saini, hi sir, how are you? I'm great, man. Thank you for asking. Coding brother, hello. YouTube notification is slow. Yeah, man. YouTube needs to step up the game. Kavita, hi. Am I late? No, I think you're on time. Like I started like 10 minutes early, so I'm just kind of we are doing the subscription thing. So we have already completed 50% of the subscription. Now we just need to verify whether the subscription has happened or not, and we also need to create something for unsubscribing. So we'll be working on those two things. Bro, should I move to Android Studio from Kiwi MD? Like it depends upon you. If you're not able to handle it with Kiwi MD, like, and even if you do Android Studio, it's gonna take you a lot of time to learn it. Even if you do Kiwi MD, it's gonna take you a lot of time to learn it. So it's your choice whether you want to do it in Python or whether you want to do it in Java. I've created a lot of apps using Kiwi MD, and I've also created a lot of apps using Java. Like the good thing about Android Studio one, like the Java one, is that I feel like for bigger apps, like which have a lot of stuff you want to do in it, like and Java is better. But if you have like a simple app, I think Kiwi MD is a lot better. All right, so let's get back to it. Yeah, so this we don't want. So first thing we need to do is before we can send this request is we need to get the access token, right? Access token. So basically we have to get an access token, we have to use this URL. Let me actually just see this. All right, so to get an access token, we have to send a header something over here. So this is -u. I'm guessing this is authentication, and this -d is just the data that we are sending. So we have the client ID, right, and we have the client credentials. So I think this should be easy. So let's actually create. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create another Python file. So let me just close this. So over here, like just I've created with utilities.py. I'm gonna create another Python file if I can, because it's not letting me right click for some reason. All right, so I'm gonna create like a new file over here. I'm just gonna call it PayPal, and we can add all our PayPal utilities like get access token and stuff like that over here. So I'm just gonna over here write get access token, or maybe I should put underscore, otherwise it's gonna give me this green line, which is pretty irritating. Get access token, right? And yeah, so inside this we can just put in various things that we want. So the first thing that we want over here, so we have to put this -d1, that is the data one. So I'm just gonna call it d equals to, and then basically we need to give it a key value pair, right? So over here inside this we're gonna put these double quotes, and we also need the client credentials. So let me just copy this grant type, paste this over here, and then what does it mean by client credentials? Oh, so basically it means that we need to get client credentials. So we just need to like add this. We don't need to really do anything over here, if I am not wrong. I might be totally wrong over here. And then we need to add our headers that we have over here. So let me also add this, and it needs 2 headers. So let me also put a comma over here, key value pair, and then let's see what kind of headers we want. Tabo, afternoon from South Africa. I hope I'm not too late. No man, you're on time. And the previous thing you can just watch afterwards. Vijaya, hi bro, welcome. So yeah, let's go and have a look what kind of headers we need to send. So there are 2, you can see -h. So there are 2 headers that we need to send. First is this accept key, and then the value is JSON one. Alright, so we'll just copy this, paste this over here, paste this over here. Let's go back, and this accept language one, this is basically for English. I mean, if you have done any kind of work behind the scenes, like you know what these headers are. So basically you need to send these kind of information to PayPal servers to like tell the server what kind of things you want. You want the language to be in English, you want a JSON back and stuff like that, right? Yeah, and then we need our client ID and also our secret ID. So I'm just gonna put in CID equals to, and this is the client ID, and we also need secret. So let me actually go to my sandbox account, right? And over here inside build with Python, I think we should have our like secret stuff, if I'm not wrong. So we have our client ID, right? So let me just copy this, and we can paste it over here inside single quotes. And we also need our secret. So let's show this. And again guys, this is just sandbox, so don't try to steal this, because this is all like fake credentials. I'll off stream I'll replace it with real credentials. So I'm gonna, let's write secret, I'm gonna paste it over here. And then what do we want is yeah, the URL where it's supposed to go. So inside our this is the URL that where we want it to go. First we want to get the access token, right? So get access tokens over here, auth one, and you can see that the URL contains this say sandbox, so we'll be probably removing, but for right now it's fine. So this is the URL that we want it to go. Let's remove the extra spaces, which I don't know why they came in when I copied it. All right, looking good, looking sharp. All right, and then we basically need to request this. So we need to send this request. So we inside Python there's already this cool library that makes our lives so much easier called requests, right? And if it doesn't show up, mostly in later Python versions this is inbuilt, this request library, but if it doesn't show up you need to pip install requests. But I don't think you should be required to do that, because if you have installed Django, this should be installed automatically if it's not included. So now we just need to send this as a post request, I think, right? Because over here you can see there is this post, so we need to send a post request, guys. And how do you send a post request? So you can just write r equals to, just like to get the request data, I'm just gonna write r and then request dot post, because this is a post request. And then we need to send a URL, like where you are supposed to send it. So I'm just gonna write URL, and then we are gonna do some authentication with the UID and the secret, because over here you can see there's U, so that means basically authentication. So we are just gonna write auth, and then it will have auth equals to, then it will have the CID and it will have the secret. CID is not the CID of India, but a bad joke. Let's just move past that. We are not gonna discuss that, guys. And then it requires some headers over here, headers equals to, so this is the stuff that it wants, and this is unresolved. Okay, so this should be inside the method, so that's why it's showing us an error. No worries. Yeah, so now it requires the headers. We have already created this variable of h, so let me just copy this and paste it over here. And it also requires the data, so I'm just going to call it data equals to, and then we are going to give it the value of d, right? Easy stuff. So yeah, and then we want all of this stuff in JSON, so I'm just going to write dot JSON. Yeah, and that should give us so now we are just going to print this out actually. So let me actually just we are going to print this out. Let's actually print out and see what's inside all of this stuff, right? So this should work even without us doing anything. So if we just call this function below, it should work. So let me just write get access token, and this should work. Let's make sure that everything is correct, and let's see what it sends us. If it sends us anything, hopefully it sends us something, otherwise it's gonna be bad. All right, so let me just run this paypal.py file, and let's see if we actually get the access token or not. Request.exception connected error, max entries exceeded, new connection error. What is this? Failed to establish a new connection. What is this? I mean, I think everything is correct, right? Client type, client credentials. Let me actually see the documentation again. We have the client ID and the secret. Did I actually put that client ID and secret? Did I put the right values? Let's see. This sample request. Where is our client ID? This is a client ID, AVS, or does it need a different client ID? Does it need a sandbox API credentials? Maybe we need to like call it with a business account, right? Because this is like the personal.example.com. So let's actually go to accounts and see our business account sandbox information, and maybe we can use that client ID because this is the personal one. So maybe that's why it's giving us an error. So let's view and edit, and let's see if they have a client ID and a secret thing. So over here, password, client account ID, API credentials, it has a signature. Nothing too cool over here. Maybe we just need to create a new secret. Maybe that one has expired because it has been there for too long. Maybe. My apps and credentials. Let's make sure that we are hydrated also. All right, let's try and create a new secret over here. Maybe like the old secret I've used it, so that's why it's like showing that. So let's generate a new secret. And did that generate a new secret for us? Yeah, it did. So let me just copy it over here and paste it over here. Our new secret. And yeah, why is this space over here? I'm pretty sure the error was because of this space. So let's remove this, and what we're going to do is let's actually try it again, and we'll so we are going to be using the old secret only, not the new secret, but I removed the extra space that was there. So now let's try it out again, because I don't know. All right, so we got actually some URLs and stuff. So let's see if we actually have the access token somewhere. OpenID, this is the documentation, I think, of everything. All right, so we have our access token over here, guys. Perfect. We have our access token. Yeah, we have our access token. So this kind of works, looking nice. Actually, I'm seeing this as my first video. Can someone summarize what is the main topic of build? So Amrit, basically what we are trying to do is we are building the build with Python website, and we are currently working on the payment system, and we have completed around the 50% of payment. And after approving the payment, so here the payment gets approved. On approving the payment, what we want to do is we want to check whether the payment was valid or not, or if it's pending or not. So for that, we need to get the access token first from PayPal. Just hold on a sec, guys. mom wanted something like some keys and stuff. So anyways, let's get, Naroha, I think you're in the URL before we were, it has space. Yeah man, I'm pretty sure that was the problem. Thank you for pointing that out. So yeah, we have this access token. Now to get this access token, we can just kind of do like access token, create a variable of access token, and we can just write equals to r. So this is basically like grabbing regex kind of a thing. So equals to r, and then inside square brackets, let's put equal to r. So from r, this is the variable r. So from r, what we want is the access token. So I'm just going to write access. Let's make sure the spelling is not wrong, and let me just actually copy this and paste it over here. Access token, I'll also paste it over here so that our spellings are wrong. And now let's actually print out our access token. So I'm going to paste this over here, and let's run this again, and now it just needs to print out the access token, not everything. Alright, so we have the access token over here. So inside this method, we are just going to return our access token because we'll be needing this access token somewhere else. So now we have gotten our access token. Now we can go back and look at our subscription management. So in show subscription details, we want to send this request, right, with the subscription ID that we have over here, and then we need to send 2 headers, right? And that's pretty much it. So let's actually see inside our database if somebody we have an example of a subscription ID or not, and did I remove it. So let's go to students and see if there is some kind of, okay, so there's no subscription ID currently, but no worries. So what we are going to do is we are going to be doing the kind of the same thing. So inside our utilities, not our utilities, we are going to go to paypal.py. I'm going to create just another method over here, and we are just going to write show underscore subscription show subscript. I guess we can just make it shorter, show sub details. Alright, and make sure it's a method, and it needs the access token over here, right? So it needs the access token, and after it needs the access token, again it's going to need these headers. So let me just copy this and paste it over here, and it needs 2 types of headers. One is this content type, we haven't added that, so let me just copy this one from here and add it to our headers h equals to. And the second thing it needs is the access token, so we just need to copy this one, and we need to paste it over here. And actually let's do it on the second line because the access token is going to be a little bit long. And then it says bearer access token. I wonder if like we have to put these like these triangle brackets or not. I'm assuming we don't have to. So let's actually create this bearer token equals to, and we're going to add bearer plus, put a space over here, access token. Let's see if the spelling is correct. Yeah, there's a space over here, looks good, and the access token is over here. Then instead of that, we can just put in bearer token, press enter. Yeah, looks good. Then we again need to send a post request, I'm assuming. Oh, it's a get request. All right, so we are going to send a get request over here. So basically we can copy this, paste it over here. So request.get, right? And then we need a URL also, which we haven't created yet. So URL equals to, and our URL this time is this is the URL. Let me copy this, paste it over here, and then we need the subscription ID, which we don't have. So over here we are also going to add a sub ID, which we'll be adding soon. So let me just actually call it sub ID. It's still showing us an error, which is pretty irritating. So let me just call it I guess subscription underscore ID. I don't know why I get irritated when this is in green. Value not used. Let's not worry about that. We are going to remove this, put a plus, and use our subscription ID over here. Yeah. Alright, so we have our URL. We don't need the authentication headers or anything, so let's remove that. We also don't need these data headers. So what's the format that it's going to give us? It's going to give us in JSON. So we also need this .json, which is perfect. And now we are going to print this R to see whether it's actually working or not. Right, looks good. Now for this, I think we'll have to kind of, what we can do is, or to test it out, we can create like a fake subscription ID. I mean, we can't create a fake subscription ID. We can actually like first like sign up a user, like give him a subscription, then just copy and paste his subscription ID over here, and yeah, that should work. All right. All right, yeah, that should work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my sign up page, and Atra, as you can see, is not enrolled, so I'm gonna enroll this little baby, and let's see what's going in the chat, and then we'll get back to it. I think the bro, is there any ways to use Facebook auth through Firebase auth? I haven't used it before, man, so I have no idea. Can I watch these videos without knowing CSS and JS? I think you can. I think you learn a lot through it. Even though you don't know CSS and JS, you might be having some problems. Pavan Chaudhary, why we want Linux server to create Android app using KV? Sorry, build. You can use this if you have Linux or you have Mac. You can use like those servers. But if you have Windows, you need to create a server. For Django development, you want to learn CSS or HTML? Yeah, man, go for it. Alright, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our pricing, right? And we are gonna go through like how we enroll in it. And also we need to create like an account, right? So we are gonna go to our accounts, and we are gonna create another personal account over here. All right, looking good. So I have already created a lot of accounts, but let's actually create one more, and another personal account. Let's create it, and let's see what comes up. All right, account has been created. Let's view is so that we can get the ID and the password. Chill scenes. All right, so now we can actually go through and pay with it. So let's go to pay and subscribe. So this should open up, and now we should have it over here, but it's not opening up, which kind of sucks. Open up, please. So let's reload this and see what happened again. Go to dashboard. I should directly go to my account, whatever. Go to accounts, and yeah, let's go and have a look at our username and password again. All right, so we have our email ID, so we can just paste this over here, and we have our system generated password. We can paste it over here, and we can log in, and this should pay for it automatically. Let's see. All right, let's not save it inside our database. An idea, just a suggestion, you can do live stream of hacking, testing security of your own website. We'll see, man. I thought about it, but let's see. Good idea though, Paul. Makes sense. All right, let's accept and agree. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, I would really appreciate it if you guys like the stream. It would help me out a lot. All right, so stuff has happened, and activate, it has gone over here, so it should have activated, right? So inside our views.py file, in our, yeah, this should have activated, and it didn't open up courses.html, which is kind of sus. Is a server running? Yeah, a server is running. Why didn't it go to courses.html? So it went to activate, right? And then it go like called the subscribe functionality inside our utilities.py file. Yeah, it saved it inside our database. Then it should have directly rendered this my site/courses.html, which it hasn't. I don't know why, but let's see if it got data stored inside a database, at least the subscription ID. So we'll go to student section, and let's see. Yeah, I'm here. So for example, over here it has disappeared. So now I can go to just courses, and yeah, I can see like all the courses and things, and enroll button is gone from here. So that means we have subscribed. And the redirect thing, I think, is actually a very small thing. Don't think we should do a render over here. I think we should do actually a redirect instead of this render thing. So actually I think I'm gonna do that. but I think this is not important. uh, we can do it a little bit later. Yes, we can just do this for right now. Place this over here. Perfect. Oh no, not over here. What I'm doing, we can do it over here. Alright, this should redirect it to the courses page. So anyways, we have our subscription ID. That is what we wanted. So I'm just going to copy this and we are going to go inside our paypal.py file, and over here we can just check, right, whether it is working or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this get sub details, right, and it requires two things, the access token and the subscription ID. So over here we can just call this get access token, get access. Can you call a function inside a function? Maybe you can. Get access token, and we can just write subscription ID as the default one. Let's format it properly. Alright, looks good. Let's run this and see if it works. I think I should have also printed out the access token just to see if it works or not. Resource not found, the subscription resource doesn't exist, debug ID, details, issue invalid resource ID. Let's actually print access token out and see if it works. Access token is actually getting over here. So let's run it again. So we are getting our access token, but it's saying resource not found. Token, subscription ID. Alright, let's actually try out something. I mean, we are sending the headers, authorization, URL headers equals to h.json, printing r. Link method get. Let's actually see our documentation again and see where we went wrong. So we have our subscriptions slash this content type application JSON, authorization, bearer, access token. Alright, let's actually Google this and see if we are doing it correctly. Show subscription details, PayPal, Django maybe. See if we have another way of doing it. Ashwinder, hello, welcome. Holy shit, we have our first donation, man. We have the first donation, guys, by Onkar, 101 rupees. Hey man, this series looks great. Will follow it from the very beginning and get started. Thanks. Thank you, Onkar, man, and congratulations. You're the first person to give a donation on Super Chat. Really appreciate it, man. Like, it makes me pretty happy. Like, crazy. Damn. I never thought I'll be getting like a Super Chat or the chat. Man, that's pretty cool. Thank you, Onkar. Yeah, and hopefully I'll continue to make cool stuff, man. Yeah. So let's actually see if we can get subscription details from somewhere where we went wrong. If there is a way. Handle subscriptions for you. Subscription details. I had subbed a while ago and tried one of your tutorials. It got me started. Great, man. Really appreciate your sub. Awesome. Alright, so yeah, man, I think I don't have any idea what we are doing wrong over here. I think I might have to check it behind the scenes, because I think I'm doing everything wrong. If you guys can catch what I'm doing wrong, it should be interesting, but I think I'm doing everything right. Bearer access token. Let's actually also print out this bearer token. So let's see how it looks. Maybe I'm going wrong with that. And the subscription ID looks right. This is the subscription ID inside a database, right? This is the subscription ID. Bearer. So and we can also send like a Postman request and see whether it works or not. Let me just actually check whether Postman is installed on my computer or not. So Postman, if you guys don't know, it's basically a way to like send kind of requests behind the scenes. Glad to see this popped up on my feed. Yeah, man, Onkar, thank you so much. Glad to see popped up on my feed. Appreciate it. And Rodeb, bro, my KVMD project takes too much time to start. I'm using COVID API in another program, imported it. Maybe the data inside the COVID API is like pretty big, so maybe that's the problem. So let's open up Postman and see if we can get see what's happening behind the scenes. I haven't used Postman in a long time, so let's see if I can figure this out. Let's just call it new. We need to write all this stuff. Man, I don't want to do all this stuff. Just freaking create a request for me. Request only members. Okay, fine. Join this workspace. Whatever. Now can I create loading? All right, let's go to my workspace. I have no idea what that is, but let's just go over there. So Postman, if you guys don't know, is a very helpful tool. Basically what we are doing over here, right? You can actually send these requests in Postman and see if it works or not. What's your computer specification? Paul, it's not that high, but you don't need that to be high to like do programming, man. I don't even know. I think it's 8 GB RAM and stuff. It's i5. Yeah. All right. I have no idea what's happening over here. Maybe I need to install a new version of it because this is hanging. The bearer token, bearer access token, use on Insomnia client. It's pretty straightforward. Let's see. Insomnia, is it like Postman? Insomnia client. The API client, is it free to use? Sasi Dharan. Yeah, it's pricing, man. I don't know if I want to go into it. Let's have a look at it. It's free to use forever. Okay, so it's free. Good to know. Good to know. Can we just download it from somewhere? Do we need to sign up? See, but this should open up. It's weird why it's not opening up. Let's give it a shot again. Postman, open up. I mean, Postman is pretty typical, like everybody uses it. Do we need to add those square brackets? I feel like we shouldn't have to. Let's actually try it. Maybe we need to add these, but I'm pretty sure we shouldn't have to. All right, let's give it a shot again. Invalid token verified. Yeah, it's probably not this. Let's also remove this. Application authorization, bearer token, print bearer token, URL is unbelievable, subscription ID, R equals to request, URL headers equals to H. I mean, this shouldn't make it any different. Still, let's have a look at it. Response 404. Interesting. Postman, why is this not opening? God. Are you interested in doing certifications like OSCP? Dude, to be honest, if I wanted a career in security, I would have probably done OSCP because it's really helpful. And do you play CTF? Sometimes when I'm bored, I like to do CTF. So if you guys don't know what CTF is basically like capture the flag. So it basically helps you learn like hacking and stuff. So a great way to do, I think I've already discussed in the web hacking live stream. You can go to ctf.hacker101.com and they have like pretty good like capture the flags where you can actually learn like in real life, like how to do hacking. Like it's kind of like a live website. Flask or Django for machine learning, you can probably use both. Like Flask is also like an option, Django is also an option, but if you are building like kind of a website that has like machine learning in it, I think Django is much better for that. But it doesn't really matter, man, to be honest. Django just helps you, like it gives you a lot of features, extra features, so you don't have to like worry about all the extra stuff like the admin panel and everything. And Flask doesn't give you all that stuff. Maybe the subscription ID, because it's going through this, but it's not giving us the subscription ID, right? Maybe the subscription ID is wrong. But why? How can it be wrong, this subscription ID? Did we not copy it properly? I'm pretty sure I copied it properly. But because it's showing that the resource not found. So it's actually sending a request, right? It's sending a request over here. But it's saying that resource not found. Guys, if it takes too much time to figure it out, I'll probably do it in the next stream. We'll just skip this part. I'll let this stay over here. So basically inside our views.py file, what I'll do is I'll make like a things that we have to do. So first we need this paypal.py file. So we are gonna import that from PayPal. We are gonna import everything, and over here first inside our activate, first we are gonna get our access token, right? So we are gonna write access token equals to underscore token equals to get access token. So let's actually, why not try it out? Let's actually try it out. Maybe like something is going weird over here, I don't know what. So let's actually just call it sub id. I mean this won't make any change, but it's just bugging me out. That's too long. So let me also copy this, paste it over here. And inside of views of, first we are gonna get an access token. The second thing we need is we need to call this get sub details. So we are also gonna copy that. We're gonna paste this over here. Now it needs two arguments. First is the access token. So we are gonna copy this access token and paste it over here. Second thing, it needs a subscription ID, which we have already done over here. Get sub details. And now inside this is gonna return us the like some kind of a like whether the subscription is active or not, and some other details, right? Then inside our if condition, we are gonna check if outstanding. So because the outstanding amount should be 0, right, after the payment is done. So if outstanding amount is 0 and the status of this is active, only then activate, right? Only then activate the account. So basically we'll have to do these two checks, get sub details, right? And actually we are going to store the information that we get from here. So inside our paypal.py file, instead of this, I'm just going to return R, and let's remove this from here for right now. And let's actually check it out like this and see maybe if it will work. So over here we are going to just write data equals to get sub details, or we can actually write details equals to sub details, and then let's actually print this out on our screen. I mean, this shouldn't make any difference, but let's see, maybe it will. Who knows? All right, so let's actually make another user and start it again. Let's remove this. To keep your information safe, we logged you out. Why did you log me out, bro? Come on. Did somebody try logging in from my account, by the way, in the live stream? If you did, that's very sucky of you, because now I need to log in again and it will just waste everyone's time. Let me just log in. Alright, let's see what's happening. Alright, so yeah, it's back. So now we go to my accounts and let's create a new account and create. Let's actually see whether we are doing it correctly or not. So when we go over here, application/JSON content type authorization, and this is H only, right? So we need to send it as a header. We don't need to send it as an authentication or anything. Successful request returns the HTTP. Okay, so it is 0 code, but it's not returning us 200. Why? I don't know why. And yeah, it gives us everything else. Yeah, I don't see what we are doing wrong. People these days game stream 16k educational stream 16. Prashant, I mean, no worries, man. Like, not a lot of people want to learn this depth Django, to be honest. So I mean, I just appreciate the people who are actually learning it. So I don't mind like just teaching like even 15-20 people. I mean, I also want to create those streams where I have a lot of viewers, but this is something I wanted to create for myself. I think learning what, like, for example, like I only create projects that I actually want to show the world, and I was gonna create this build with Python website anyways, right? So I was like, people who also want to learn it, why not just post it on the channel also, right? It'll be really helpful. And it's not like I'm an expert in like Django or anything. I did it last time like 3 years ago. So it's very interesting for me to like learn it all again. Like I remember a little bit of stuff, but not everything. And PayPal, just I'm trying it out for the first time. So obviously there are going to be some hurdles, but it's going to be interesting as to how we overcome them. Like you guys will also be thinking, oh, maybe he's doing this wrong, maybe he's doing that wrong. It will be like interesting. Like I can test it out with you guys. So yeah, it's just like a lot of fun for me also to create this live. Yeah, and you can see like when I create videos, everything is like very smooth sailing, right? But in real life, everything is not that smooth sailing. It's a lot of struggle to get anything working. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log out from this account. Let's actually open up an incognito window so that we can just log in from another account on Build with Python. And we are gonna log in through, let's see, let's log in through Prashant's. I mean, we haven't created his account, so I think there is an account with Coder45's name. So let's go Build with Python. I think the password was Build with Python or not. Let me try out the other password. Remembering passwords of so many accounts so difficult. I should have like so yeah, this guy is not enrolled, so this is perfect for us. So let's try enrolling him, right? And we have all the stuff in place. Let's go over here, and then we need to copy and paste the account information. So this is enter the email, click on next, enter the password. The password is this. Just go over here, click on paste, login. Really appreciate, good work buddy. Thank you Prashant, thank you. Ravi, add a module which will generate a professional certification that so user has completed a course. Yeah man, to be honest, I think I'll do that, like the certification thing. That's a pretty good idea. Raju, how to make a plug in Django? What do you mean by a plug? Upka, detection of phishing website using machine learning for that. Which one is better, Flask or Django? I think Django is better. Yeah, so now we need to just continue this, agree and subscribe. So Coder45 should get automatically subscribed, and the behind the scenes should also come into action. Yes, let's go inside manage.py one. So it's showing us the access token, it's showing us the bearer token, but it's saying that resource not found, which sucks. Debug ID. Let's go and actually check out this link which they are giving us, resource not found, and let's see what if they have any kind of more information for us. One more setup development, auto apply security credentials. I've already done that. My account page, credentials, the Postman app. On this sample call, which was a bearer token. Yeah, bro, this is what I'm doing. This sample call, which shows orders v2 API, includes a bearer token in the authorization request header. This type of token lets you complete an action on behalf of a resource owner. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm doing. This one, so the status under the details. Thanks mate, it's gonna help me keep going. No worries, I appreciate it. Postman app. I mean, the Postman is just not opening. I don't know what's up with that. The Postman just refuses to open up. Already clicked it thrice. Can you just send requests online? Send requests online. Alright, testing tool. Alright, this makes sense. So what we are gonna do is because this is just like a sandbox anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So let's actually try it out. So we have this over here, right? We have this link, and where is the link? This one. Let's make it last. So we are gonna do the subscription thing, and then we are gonna paste our subscription ID. So let me just open this up. Let me copy this from here and paste it at the last. This is a get request. Authorization, yeah, this is the one that we want. Bearer token, and the token we have to paste. So the token we already have. Where is the token? Let's copy this token from here and paste it over here, right? And let's click on send and see if it works. Yeah, it's saying resource not found. Even this one is saying resource not found. So I don't think I am doing anything wrong. Authorization host is API get we billing. Does it needs to be post and they are just telling, they're kind of trolling us? Nope, it needs to be a get request. This let me just see it again. I mean, I think it's time that we go forward with this, because I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, so I think we'll have to skip. Is there a space over here? No, right? Yeah, I think this space is just unintentional. Let me just copy this from here and paste it somewhere. Copy all of this. Nah, there is no space. Content type, application JSON. I mean, it's really frustrating when you feel like you're doing everything wrong, everything right, and it's still not working. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm doing everything right. It must be like some stupid thing that I'm doing wrong, and that's why it's not working. Yep. Alright guys, it might be possible you log in with Coder45 and using token of somebody else. No, that's not a problem, because I'm sending subscription ID, right? And subscription ID we can just send off anyone. It doesn't really matter, because Coder45 is not registering anywhere inside, or Atre is not registering anywhere like inside the database of PayPal. Like, it doesn't even know like what we are talking about, right? So it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll just figure this out off stream, because it must be like a very stupid problem that it's just not working. Alright guys, so like I'm gonna assume for right now that we have done this, right? This is working for right now, but this is actually not working, but it will be kind of like this. And after this we get the outstanding amount and the status. We'll check whether to activate the account or not. So let's actually do some other things right now. Let's see what we have to do next. We have to work on the unsubscription button on the PayPal backend. Yep. And let's go to our planning.md and check what else we have to do. PayPal, and let's actually see if we have done some of these stuffs. I'm making the thank you page. I don't think we need to do that, because I'm not showing the opt-in page anywhere. I mean, this we did in the second or the first stream. H100 cards and the courses page. So basically H100 cards, let's see, inside our courses page. So the H100 one is so that the length of these cards is the same. So like you can see the actually they both are, all of them are the same anyways. So I don't think we also need that. We are going to make our accordion better. We have already done that. So inside our view course, this looks pretty chill. So let's also remove this one. Add an icon or email confirm thingy in footer. Yeah, I don't think we need that. We also want to remove that. Footer getting broken on phone. We need to actually fix that one. Accordion course and leader should have a list. I've already added a list, so we can also remove this one. Added discussion on the lesson underscore detail page. So we have also added a discussion over here, so we can also remove that. Add a login after sign up. We did that. Mailgun sending emails and Django an email. I mean, we don't need Django an email, so I'm going to remove this. But Mailgun sending emails, we'll do it maybe in the next stream. So next stream is all going to be about sending emails. And I'm also going to fix this in the like sending emails next stream. Yeah, and where is the planning.md? So we will be doing this tomorrow most probably. Add in terms and conditions and privacy policy. So I also have to create that, but this is like my work, not like live stream work. So 11th, in comments and replies, add the formatting options. We have to do that. No delete button is appearing on when we reply on somebody's comment. Actually, I also have to do that. Now let's have PayPal objectives. Redirect the user on activation page. So actually inside this, the user actually got redirect to courses. So I think that's working. State the sub ID and subscription time on student database, which we haven't done. But what we can do is, if we look at our where is it, show subscriptions, you can see that there is over here something, let's see, list payment amount, time, next billing time. So over here we are also getting the time at which the subscription was done, right? And next month, next billing time, whatever, this is just an example, but you are getting the time at which the subscription was done and the next billing time also. So we need to save both of these things inside our database also, right? So I'm just going to remove all of this extra stuff because we are doing both of these things. We are saving the sub ID inside our database and we are also redirecting the user. And first, make sure the approval is secure, API call to PayPal. So this is what we are trying to do basically, which kind of is giving us an error for right now. Unsubscribe from website, delete student model, call to PayPal that the user has unsubscribed. So let's actually work on this one, unsubscription one. So what we are going to do is we are going to go back to our, let's close all this extra stuff. Which one is not needed? This is needed, so I'll just let it be here. Let's remove this, and there should be update a subscription, cancel subscription, perfect. This is what we need. We don't need this one. Let's let it be there. Pricing, insomnia, I'll check it out, I guess it makes sense. Let's remove this. All right, yeah, and so this was also giving us an error. We also figure it out. All right, we need to like see this scans. I hope like this also doesn't give us an error because we are basically doing the same thing that we did over there, right? But let's actually try it out. Like maybe if this doesn't work, then the changes that I will be making the details one, we'll also be doing it over here. So what we can also do is we can actually go to open up our business account, right? So but that I'll do in my incognito window. So we'll just go to sandbox.paypal.in or .com, sorry, not sandboard, sandbox.paypal.com. It might possibly you log in with okay, Ayush Patel, welcome. So yeah, I've already logged in. I don't know with whose account I'm logged in. PayPal. Let's actually log out from here and log in with our business account. So our business account is this, view and edit account, and let's copy this, paste it over here, copy this one, paste it over here. Eduka, hello man, hello, welcome. So in our dashboard, there should be a couple of subscriptions that we did right now for testing out. So it should show us somewhere. And this is just a fake one, guys. Don't like see this 8,000 think that it's real. It's not. All right. So you can see that like there are some subscriptions over here. So if we click on the last one, it should give us the subscription ID and everything, transaction ID. So it was done on 8:52 p.m. of India. Yeah, gross amount. Recurring payment ID. I think we need to like instead of that, do we need recurring payment ID? All right, let's actually try out with the recurring payment ID. Maybe that is what we want instead of the subscription ID. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not true, but let's actually try it out. I mean, I think it's the same as subscription ID, right? So this, let's actually go and see it. So this is the Athreya one, but this is not the latest one. The latest one is this one. So I3REL. Let's go and look over here. Yeah, this is pretty much the same. So this is the subscription ID itself. All right. So yeah, you can see all the I can see actually all the transactions that have happened over here. Perfect. So now we need to like if we unsubscribe, it should also show us on this kind of details and stuff. Hopefully. So now we can go back and inside our views.py file we are gonna create another function, and with this time we're calling deactivate. deactivate, and this is gonna also take in a request, and we are also gonna redirect this to our maybe index page, index. Alright, and inside our urls.py file we'll also create that, and instead of activate, this time we'll go to deactivate. And do we need the subscription ID? Yeah, we need the subscription ID, and instead of this we need deactivate, and the name should be deactivate. Perfect. Now we can go inside our use.py file, and this time what we are going to do, first thing we need is the subscription ID of the user. Deactivate. Why am I messing with the spelling of activate? Let me just copy this, paste it over here, and then also make sure that it's correct inside urls.py file. Yep, deactivate. Alright, so inside our deactivate there are a couple of things we need to do. First is that we need to get the subscription ID of the user that's subscribed. So what we can do is we can just write subscription ID equals to, and let's actually have a look at our models.py file. Models.py file, and we have our where is the student ID that we created? We have our student ID over here. So we can just write student dot sub ID. Actually, I think it might be better to do, because we want the current user's subscription ID, right? So we can just do request.user dot, can we access student from here or not? Student dot sub ID. Yep, this is a better way to access this sub ID. Alright, so we get this subscription ID, and for now let's just print it on our screen, do not a lot of things over here. And now we need to actually call this from somewhere. So if you guys remember, inside our build with Python, if you go to our about accounts page, I haven't added anything inside the account page, we have to add that. Making a blog site with Django and Discord that using class based views very easy. I told you 50 lines of code to make authentication system. Interesting. I mean, I know about those class based views, Ayush, but like there's very less amount of customization you can do for like making a blog if you make it through Django and use class. I think they give classes for like blog and stuff, but I think they are not really that customizable. So yeah, we have on our dashboard we have this unsubscribe button which doesn't really do anything yet. So if we go to our profile one, so inside our templates we should have a profile.html over here, right? And we should have this unsubscribe button. So instead of this sign up, we want it to go to deactivate. Alright, so when it is what following arguments are missing, sub ID, we don't need the sub ID inside our this one, so we can just remove this from here. Alright, so it should if it's subscribed, then it will automatically go to deactivate. Then inside our views.py file it will get sub ID, and then it will just print out the sub ID on a screen. Alright, perfect. So let's actually give it a shot. So now let's reload this, go to our manage.py file, make sure that our server is running and everything. Let's stop this and run it again just to make sure. It is okay for me? Yeah man, like okay, if it works, it works. Kavita, background of your Django site. What do you mean background of my Django site? Alright, so now let's go and check it out. So yeah, let's reload this once. Still reloading. Why? Yeah, now if we go to unsubscribe, it should print out the subscription ID that is over here. Yeah, it's printing it out. So perfect. Now we need to just maybe call the function of unsubscribe. So we haven't created this function. So inside our paypal.py, sorry, we'll create another method over here. We're just gonna hit unsubscribe, and it needs a sub ID, and it also needs an access token, comma, put this over here, and yeah, to unsubscribe we're gonna call this unsubscribe over here, and we are going to get first the access token, just like we did over here. So getting the access token is not a problem, right? So get the access token, we're going to paste this over here, and then we also need the sub ID, which we are going to send through over here. And then inside our PayPal unsubscribe, we are going to do the actual work. So we should get to unsubscribe the user. We can actually use we can actually just do this to actually unsubscribe. No, first, yeah, to unsubscribe we need to do two things. This is unsubscribe from PayPal. First we have to tell PayPal that we have unsubscribed, right? So yeah, we have to go to our cancel subscription and we have to send this request again. So let's actually, we can just copy this one, and I'm just gonna copy this. I mean, it's not working, but whatever changes we make over here, we'll also make over here, like after we get this one working, so it should be all right. So let's format this, and this stuff is pretty much the same. The access, the content type is application-json/json, and then the authorization, bearer, and access token, which is also pretty much the same. And then let's not print out the bearer token, and we are not gonna get anything back, but what we can do is let's see what it gives us back. On cancellation, the successful request returns a 204 no content status code with no JSON response body. So we don't need JSON over here, we can just write r.status code, and this should give us a 204 status code just to check whether it's working or not. We can just print that out. Alright, looks good. So we have our access token, we have our sub ID, no errors like this. Alright, so this looks good, but the URL is also different, so let me also change the URL. We have to add this /cancel after everything. Version 1 billing, so we are gonna just write plus and space /cancel. Why is it adding extra quotes? We don't want them. All right, yeah, and that's pretty much it. Yep. All right, so this should unsubscribe the user, right? And so what we're going to do, if our let's actually first print this out and see what comes up, right? Let's see what the r.status code is. So inside it's gonna unsubscribe, it's gonna return redirect to index. That's fine. Let's format everything properly and run it all again. Let's make sure that our server is running. It's running, perfect. So now we can go to our build with Python, go to our accounts page, and go to unsubscribe. Let's see, so it's giving us 404 over here, 404 not found. So the same problem is also over here, I guess, guys. Is it unsubscribing him from here or not? Let's see. Why your name is in blue and showing a wrench? Because Ayush is a moderator. So he has been with the live stream and has helped me out a lot from the first stream. So that's why I made him a moderator. So currently we have 2 moderators. If we get more viewers, I'll probably add more moderators. Why don't you use f strings? Are you using an older version of Python? I mean, like because I've been using Python for such a long time, I'm just kind of like used to using the plus sign instead of the f strings. I just like, I don't see the point of using f string when you can just use the plus signs. I don't mind using the plus signs because I'm like, the first language I learned was like, I think like I used it in Java a lot. I don't know what I used to in Java, but I used to do plus somewhere a lot, and then I just got into a habit of doing it. Anyways guys, so we have to also make some changes over here because I think the same mistake that we are making over here in the get sub details, we are also making in the subscribe one. But no worries, I'll figure out off stream what we are, because we have already spent a lot of time figuring not being able to figure out what we are doing wrong over here. So I'll just figure it out off stream, and it's a payment thing, so it's always going to be like little like problematic, but no worries. So yeah, we are basically getting the status code from here. So what we are going to do is so if after this inside our views.py file, after it has we are doing the unsubscribe thing. So this is unsubscribe from PayPal. So I'm just going to add a comment. tell PayPal that a user, not a user, that the user has unsubscribed, right? That is the first one. Tell PayPal that the user has unsubscribed. And the second thing we need to do is we need to actually unsubscribe him from our website. Unsubscribe the user from website. So for that we have already created utilities. Inside our utilities.py we have created the subscribe. So if the user is already enrolled, it's gonna unenroll him basically. So we can just call this one over here and paste it over here. Subscribe, sub ID, alright, yeah. And then inside our yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I mean, I don't yeah, for unsubscribe me, I guess we don't need to use this one, or maybe we can just do it actually over here instead of just calling this method. I feel like it's a little bit more hands-on. Yep, so we can just delete the student from here and then we redirect him to the index page. So let's actually give it a shot again. So this time we are going to try it out with our homies account. So this coder45 is subscribed, right? So you'll go to accounts and hopefully this will give us one more chance to like check out what's happening over here. Print r.status code. Let's also try it out, print r, see what's happening behind the scenes. And let's print out everything actually. Print out access token code, print out the bearer token. Alright, yeah, and also print out the sub ID, maybe sub ID. Alright, so now let's go and click on let's make sure that our server has refreshed. Alright, it has refreshed. Let's go back, reload this, and let's wait for it to reload. Yeah, and over here we are just going to click on unsubscribe. Alright, so over here you can see that he has unsubscribed, right? And inside models also, over here inside our accounts, coder5 should have been removed. So yeah, coder45 has been removed from our thing. But if you open up our manage.py file, you can see we have the access token, we have the bearer token, and we have the subscription ID also. But for some reason it's giving us a 4 of 4 error. So we need to figure out why it's giving us that. But I'll do that off stream. But I think we have made the backend part, most of the backend part over here. And like I'm pretty sure that it'll be some kind of a small change. Alright guys, so this is we have made the unsubscription thing. So now let's go back and see what's next. Inside our planning.md, I won't like remove it yet because we haven't completely done it, so I'll just let it stay here. Subscription from unsubscribe from PayPal interface Django cron job. I think we'll do this later. Basically every day we have to check whether somebody has so one way is to unsubscribe is to actually go to accounts and click on unsubscribe button, right? So one way is to do that. So unsubscribe is over here when he is subscribed. So wait a minute, let me actually see if I can show you guys. So Atre is actually subscribed. So in our accounts page we will actually have this unsubscribe. So one way for the user is to unsubscribe over here. The second thing he can do is actually log in into his PayPal account and log in unsubscribe from there. So what I want to do is that every day I want to like send a call to our PayPal and check whether all the people who have subscribed to our website have unsubscribed from PayPal or not. If they have, then we have to unsubscribe them. Right? Have you done competitive programming? How important for a programmer? Python in backend and JS in frontend. I'm doing Flutter too. Will treat me in 3 different languages. Okay, so your question, Abhishek, for your question, I have not done any competitive programming, mainly because competitive programming doesn't really help you in real life. Most of the things people don't really care whether it takes like 2 seconds or 1 second to like implement a coding thing. Obviously it helps you a little bit if you do like all the objectives. I've done it a lot, like on I don't remember the website, but in colleges I used to do it all the time. Like just like doing those challenges, it kind of helps you like have the mindset of solving problems, right? And in like in coding, it's very important to have this mindset of solving problems. Doesn't matter. So for example, right now the PayPal thing didn't work, right? But I know in my heart that if like when I'm not live, right, and not put on spot, then I'll be probably able to like figure out what I'm doing wrong, right? I know that in my heart. Like I have that much confidence because I've done it so many times. So that, like that persistence thing, right? If you have a problem, I can just know I can solve it on my own. I think that I got from like competitive programming. And Python in backend and JS in frontend. I'm doing Flutter too. To be honest, I don't really know about Flutter that much, man. But I don't like. I think it's better to just, if you read this book, it's called The One Thing. I think it's like a brilliant book, and it has this quote from it. Like once you put a stamp on a letter, the stamp stays there till it goes from the like sender to the receiver, right? It's just stamps there. It's just like the stamp is there on the letter. So be like the stamp, right? Just focused on one thing. Like be there. All right. So like my thing is, just don't focus on a lot of things, just focus on one thing. It won't trip you up, but I think it's better to just focus on one thing and learn it a little bit at least. I think the URL is wrong. I think is the URL wrong? I mean, the URLs can't be wrong on both of them, right? Let me just check. Post https sandbox paypal.com v1 billing subscriptions. No man, I don't think the URL is wrong. I think I'm sending it right. Access request. I think this one needs to be post though, because over here you can see it says it's a post request, right? And this one was a get request. Yeah, this one is get request. Let's actually try it out, I guess, because he has pointed it out. So that's why I'm gonna try it out again. So let's reload this, and yeah, let's print out everything again. I mean, I'm not gonna print out everything, just the response code, status code, and let's click on unsubscribe, and let's see if that works. So it has unsubscribed, but it is still giving us this 404 error. It's not nice. Please mention how we deploy it on Firebase. What do you want to deploy on Firebase? You mean Kiwi? Have you added any database to it? Over in this build with Python thing, we are actually added. We have done a lot of things in the backend. We have added courses, the users to the backend. So yeah, I've done a lot of backend stuff. So please make a tutorial on TensorFlow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be making a series on machine learning and stuff. So I'll be doing over there. But I think I'm going to be starting from scratch in machine learning, go from like the very basics, and TensorFlow is going to come in like very late. Because I think with anything I teach, I want to like actually teach how it's done in like with the coding itself. Then we can use like TensorFlow and stuff. BTS K-pop, sorry for the late answer. But yeah. Sonu, I love the Kiwi playlist, make more videos on Kiwi framework. Sonu, I think I'm done with Kiwi framework. I've already told everyone before that I'm just bored with it. I've done a lot of videos on it, so I think I'm done. Rinku, can you guide me on how to be a pipeline developer? I'm 3D artist, no idea what pipeline developer is. But I'm assuming that you create your own 3D models, and then I think you should just focus on one thing. Either you do your 3D modeling the best, or you become a great Python developer. I don't see the point of doing both of them unless you're in college and you just want to experience stuff. I want to say it again, from Nepal. I've been following you since first day. I want to turn on live now, do so. I was curious like I did. Thank you Abhishek man. Thank you. Welcome from Nepal. Bro, please a recall. What do you mean, Prabhash, by a recall? So anyways guys, so yeah, let's go back to our planning.md. So this cron job we'll do later. Subscribe date and subscribe we'll also do later. We need to do it live instead of sandbox. So I think we have done a little bit, at least 0 to like 4th, 3rd, at 2nd. We have done a little bit. We just need to figure all that stuff out, and we can't move forward unless we figure this stuff out. So I'm gonna do this tomorrow, but for today, let's see what else we can do. So I actually want to show you guys about the email thing, because we have some time today, about 10 minutes. Right, so I want to show you the email thing, and we'll actually build the email thing, or maybe the pricing thing, which I'll see like which one I should do. So I just want to show you guys how it works, right? So what I've done is that I'm using Mailgun, right? And let me see if I can show you the interface safely or not without leaking my like keys and everything. So let me just open it off the screen. Log in, let's log in. And my dashboard is kind of opening up. I'm kind of giving you guys live commentary. what's happening on the other screen. I can't show it to you guys because it's a little bit like private stuff. All right. I think I can show it to you guys at least a little bit safely. So you can see there are like 3 URLs over here. So one is mail.buildwithpython.com, and this is the second one. This is just the sandbox one, and this is just like the testing one, right? And I'm not going to use MailChimp, man, because I think I want to create the whole email thing on my own, right? Please give me a brief description of this site. I think before we end the stream, Educa, I'm going to give you a brief description. So yeah, I've done, so what we have to do is, so I've registered my domain from buildwithpython.com from GoDaddy. So over there, when you create an account on Mailgun, it gives you some CNAME and some MX records that you have to add on GoDaddy. So you basically add that, and then this gets verified. Then you see this check mark. So I'm going to show you the sandbox one, which doesn't really matter because these are fake credentials, but basically you have to do the same thing on the real ones. So this is, you can see this is a fake kind of a URL. So basically I'm doing it using SMTP. So you basically select that, and you can see it gives you some like stuff over here, right? The SMTP host name, the port, the username, the default password, all these are fake because of the sandbox one. But I'm doing the same thing for mail.buildwithpython.com. So first thing, to send an email is what you have to do is you have to go to your settings.py file. Where is our settings.py file? Inside our projects, settings.py file, and over here you can see I've added all this stuff. So I've created the secret.py file, which I hope I don't open on the stream because it contains all the secret keys that I'll be adding, right? So I won't be like showing this one, but basically I have saved all of the things that you see over here. I've saved them over here also. Secret.email host, host user, password, default from email, server email, email port, you can see over here, like everything is basically given, right? And I've added this, and then to send an email, what I've done is inside my utilities.py file, like send simple message, and then the subject of the email, and then hey, how are you, bro? And instead of Atri, I think I'm going to change this to build with Python, right? And this email is from whom is the email going from? So this email is going from atri@buildwithpython.com. And for testing, I'm just going to put in but atri. So this email, so we'll have to actually change this. So this email is going to atri@gmail.com. So what we're going to do is we are going to just actually try it out in real life, right? And so for example, right now testing on stream, and that's pretty much it, guys. That's what you have to do. And obviously you have to import this django.core.mail, send mail, and then we are going to be like so this is the the message, and I'm just going to show you guys a demo, then we'll actually build on it, like we'll like make it dynamic and everything, but just show you guys testing on stream. Everybody is awesome. All right, everybody is awesome. So we're going to test this. So what we are going to do is inside our reviews.py file, let me first import. Okay, we have already imported the utilities, should be fine. So every time a person goes to blog page, I want to send him an email just for like, but we'll be doing this for like sign up and stuff, right? So I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it inside my views.py file, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So this should call this function of inside our utilities.py file. Let me close all this extra stuff. Alright, so this should call us this send simple message, and this should go on my buttatri@gmail.com. So let's actually try it out. So I'm just gonna open up my this thing, and let's reload this. So now if we go to my blog page, is the server not running? Okay, it started running. So now if you go to our blog page, it should send an email, and I'm gonna just open up my like account just off stream so that actually I can show it to you guys and make sure that I don't leak any personal emails. Okay, see, BTS K-pop, please don't I have already answered your question, right? TensorFlow one, will you come live like Q&A after this series? You want your lifetime? Obviously I think I will. Like after we are done with everything, I'm just do a Q&A on just Django and what we have created, and you can ask any question you want. Please make a video on automation. What kind of automation, Educa, do you want? What's your age of all of you guys? I think I'm 25, but most of the people on the stream are like under 18. Molested can of bees, welcome man. Where have you been these days? Use environment variable for all secret info. Makes sense. This 19 PM too long stream. Yeah, I think it has been 1.5 hours, but I just want to show you guys one final thing so that we can start working on the email thing from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, which we'll see. So I'm just gonna open my Bhat Atreya where it is actually sending the email, bhatatreya@gmail.com. So this is the to from email and this is the to email, right? So you can see I've gotten an email. Let me just open up. So you can see I've gotten an email over here, right, which says build with Python, Atreya build with Python, everybody is awesome, and the subject is testing on Scream. Weird. So yeah guys, as you can see that is working. So I think guys this is pretty much it for this live stream. I just wanted to show you guys a demo of the email, like how it's working and everything. Which anime did you start, sir? So I started watching some anime, I don't even remember the name, it was just some random anime. Django versus React, your opinion? I think we should combine React and Django, to be honest. I think it's pretty awesome if you combine Django and React. I just don't know React and I don't want to mess up with JavaScript. It's not my area. I just want to like stay with Python, and web development is not my like job or anything, so I don't want to learn that. Maybe someday. My birthday is on 26th October. Oh man, we are getting close, Ayush. Django plus Vue or Django plus, I think if I was there, I think I'll probably go with Django plus React.js, because I've seen a lot more websites on React.js and Django. My birthday is on 1st October. Man, happy belated birthday, man. A lot belated birthday. I'm a pharmacist, so I want my system to make bill using my own Tesseract PyAuto GUI. So basically, Ajuka, you have like a bill. I mean, that's actually very easy to do. So if you have like a bill, I think we can make a video on that if you want, Educa. Like if you can send me on Instagram what you have, like the bill receipt, right? If you have that, we can actually make a system where we scan that bill and we store it inside some kind of a database, like maybe an online website or something like that. Kavita, there is lecture tomorrow. Yeah man, it's like I think we'll go, don't call it a lecture if you're talking about the live stream, because we are going to be doing a live stream tomorrow, but it's not a lecture. It's more of a where I learn stuff and you guys teach me. Yeah, so guys, yeah, that is pretty much it guys for this stream. Thank you Bryce, also welcome. Thank you guys for joining so much. It has been an amazing stream. And can you share what kind of projects you do as a freelancer? Like I feel, I mean, I want to end this stream, but people are asking questions, so I guess I'll answer it a little bit. So in freelancing, I think the easiest thing if you're a freelancer, if you want to get started as a freelancer, is doing web scraping. Like that should be your first job, because it's so much easier to get jobs as a web scraper. But as you go on, you create more complicated machine learning stuff, natural language processing, all that stuff comes into handy. Like people that give you face recognition projects, right? So that makes it more fun. BTS Pops, I've already read your question, man. I'll see to it. I want my system read prescription by own. Man, I have no idea what you want, but yeah guys, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much it for the stream. Thank you so much for joining guys. It was a really good stream. We had some problems, but we are going to fix them. We also got our first chat donation. I really appreciate Onkar. So guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you for joining. Have an amazing night. Don't spam in the chat, and yeah, have fun. So yeah.